Hi, good afternoon, guys. Thank you for joining me in this new channel, Real Educations. Guys, the purpose of this channel is to educate people about different things that I have been doing and makes my life better. And I help people in the small scale, and they end up actually doing good. So if I help people in the small scales, they made it good. So I really wanted to help people in the broader scales level. And I remember that when I was struggle through life doing things and I didn't know what I was doing, other people helped me. So I feel compelled to help other people as well. And the purpose of this video is not to make money, is not to do anything about this videos, and it's just simply I wanted to help people. And one of the thing is I wanted to talk about is credit score. I'm not charging anyone to fix their credit. I'm helping you how to fix your credit by yourself in your own. And with that, so if you do exact as I instruct you to do, and I guarantee you will see result, you will see some success. And meaning also, when you guys posted question underneath this video, if you guys wanted to email me about something, that's fine, but I would rather you posted questions underneath this video, because it will help other people, kind of like we could be able to go back and forth to answer questions. Each other can see what's the problem is, because same questions that you ask, another person may have the same problem, the same similar situations. So and again, this video would not be a one video. It's probably multiple sections to that, because I don't want it to make it so long as it's being painful and you guys cannot be watching. Now let's begin. If you're interested in fixing your credit score, maybe for you try to get a mortgage loan, or you want to get the car loan with better interest rate, or you wanted to get the even as simple as wedding rings or something like that. So the first things you must know, and before you apply to anything, you must know what your score is. And when doing so, if you have anything below 619 is the 619, which is what they call low, but is also, and if your FICO score is 619, it is thought be fair. When it gets to 621, which is 2 point over, that's fair. So 619 and up, so basically you're looking like a fair credit score. So which is the C average. So if you have it a C average score or below C average, this video exactly for you. Now, the first thing you must do, you must call the all three credit bureau to send your free annual credit report, which is free. All you have to do, go to www.freeannualcreditreport. And when you try to go to do it online, it may be difficult to do it online, but here what you do, there's a phone number underneath there. You're gonna take the number. The number is good for all three credit bureaus to request your annual credit report. That's the government give us that once a year free annual credit report. So what you do, you're gonna request your credit report. When you request your credit report, there's gonna be when you call the phone, you're not gonna speak to anyone. It's gonna be a voice phone, and you will tell them your name, your street, your address, and where to send your credit report. It'll take 7 to 15 days before you receive it. So when you get your three credit report, you're gonna open them, and then you're gonna compare to see what's on there. If it's discrepancies, things that doesn't match, or in what you do, you highlight each section that you see that it's not yours, or even if it is yours and you cannot pay for it. I'm being honest, even if it's yours and you cannot pay for it any longer, and it'll be in a long period of time, and you're gonna highlight all the negative things on your credit. You're gonna highlight all the negative things on there. And then the ones for Equifax usually send you a dispute dispute form at the bottom of the credit report. They usually send the dispute form. TransUnion doesn't send just dispute form. Experience doesn't send a dispute form either. But what you do, you go ahead with that account number that you see on your credit report, the date you see in there, and the city and the state where it's in there. You're gonna go ahead and just go ahead and write it a regular Microsoft Word, and you just type it and says what's on there, and simply a letter word. You can say this account is not mine, or this account, it doesn't belong to me. So for example, look in there where it says does not belong to me, the word this is mine, where it says does not belong to me, right there. You can see something like that where it says does not belong to me, and then you send that back to them. You write it's not mine, or it don't belong to me. Do not attempt to call the creditor themselves, which is the company. Do not call the company. Once you deal with the credit bureau, do not call the company. Just send it. Whether if it was the cable bills, or whether if it was the T-Mobile, AT&T bills, whatever the case may be, you can dispute anything that you wish to. So you will send it to the credit bureau. So technically they have 30 days to respond, which is the company have 30 days to respond. Once the Equifax receive it, maybe 3-4 days they receive it, then they sent the letter to that company, and they try to attempt to contact the company. The company have 30 days to respond to Equifax or Experience or TransUnion. If the company did not answer to Equifax, it did not respond to credit bureau, then the credit bureau will send you a letter stated that A, they disputed, or B, the company may respond and say it is yours. So it would say update, or it would say dispute, and or it would say unknown, like it is not yours. So what that means, if you get something says update, that's not necessarily good for you, because that means that the company refused to dispute it. This company say it is yours, I am not going to dispute it. But if it says that's if it says update. However, if it says delete, then you know it has been deleted. So delete will come up in the form says delete. For example, you will see this is a bankruptcy. Actually, that was mine. I will tell you all about it on this sections right here where it says delete. Look at it where it says delete. So you will say delete like that. So when you get it, it will say delete. Then you know that it's no longer yours. Now, if it's delete from Equifax and it does not delete from, they didn't delete it from TransUnion or Experience, then what you would do, hold on to where it says delete. When you receive the report back again from Equifax, from TransUnion, and the other one in Experience, then you're gonna make a copy where Equifax actually deleted, and you send that copies to the other two to says, hey, look, it's not mine. I got the other credit bureau already delete this. This is not my information. Please delete. 90% of the time they will follow through to delete it. Now, when it says update now, if you get it where it says update, all three of them says update, it was yours. The same week where you get the information where it says update, you send another letter right back to them again to dispute it. You type it, just like I told you, you type it and you get the address and you mail it. Each time you mail anything to Equifax, Experience, make sure you send you copies of your ID, copies of your copy of your Social Security. They will not delete anything unless you have those two files with it. Now, let's just say you was a victim of identity one time. You lost your wallet, you lost anything that you lose, your license somewhere or another, you don't know, your home got robbed to it, or whatever the case may be. Those type of people, it's even easier to delete it. You're gonna go to the police stations of your local area, or the precinct, or sheriff department, wherever may be the town that you may live, and you get the copy of that report. So you keep the original copy for you. You make multiple copies of that. Each time that you sent that to them to delete, you just tell them, look, I was a victim of identity theft. This does not belong to me. Please delete. Here is the copy of the police report attached, along with my Social Security and my driver license number in that envelope you mail it in. They will delete it. They will follow through. It will be deleted. However, if you have one company who deleted if you have two companies that deleted, one did not delete it, which is, for example, Equifax, easy to delete, TransUnion, easy to delete. Believe it or not, Experience is not that easy to delete from Experience. When I said that, but when this is what I am seeing, when they seems like two people has two credit bureau already deleted, they will follow through to delete it, but you have to send proof that the other two deleted, which you would have that. So then that would actually, the whole process for you to get a good score should take you by anywhere between 90 days to 120 days, which is 3 to 4 months. So it shouldn't take you over 4 months unless you have a lot of things on your credit, which even if you have a lot of things, it should take you between 3 to 90 days, 3 to 4 months. While you deleted those things, dispute them on your credit report. While you try to dispute things on your credit report, if the creditor contacting you for anything, do not respond to them. Do not answer their phone calls. Do not attempt to make any payment. Once you acknowledge you make payment, even if you make, once they already sent you, put it this way, if they sent you the credit because the account wasn't delinquent, the account wasn't delinquent for like 3 months, 4 months, 6 months delinquent, or whatever delinquency may be, or the account was never paid, it closed and never paid up. Once you attempt to pay them, it doesn't go away from your credit, it stays. In fact, those scores that you lose 25 points each time those creditor attempt to call you, and then you answer the call, you make initial contact with them. So now the creditor gonna send back to the credit bureau, they did make contact with you, the information was verified. That's what they will say, new information has been verified. So meaning they talk to the persons who own that account, so you acknowledges your account, you want them to, you say, I'm going to pay because it's not so much, I'm going to pay you so you can add me to, you can send me to credit bureau. They will send you to credit bureau, but they will send the account is paid. They probably says pay in full, but the 3-6 months delinquency you have, maybe 2-3 years before in that account, that would not take it away. Each time you have delinquency, you weigh 25 points. So can you imagine that you pay a cable bills, $100 you had, and you pay them, and then after you pay them, they'll send to the credit, they report to the credit bureau you did pay that bill. However, the delinquency you have a year or so on the same account, it remained the same. So therefore, even though you pay, so you still not getting anything for that. In fact, it's still taking away the 25 points from your credit. So what is gonna be like? I mean, what's the sense I'm gonna give you $100 that I owe you, and then you're gonna report that I paid, but it's still delinquent on my credit report. So those are the limbo, those are the gimmick that credits bureau playing with people. I'm able to do those things, and then number one, if you if for some reason you pay these people and you can prove that you paid them and it was not late, and the credit bureau is saying that it was that they refused to take off delinquency, and you fight them and you got them to take delinquency, now you should have something like this. It says, you will see where it says account improved even though it closed. You will say account improved, the information is here. This is my information, by the way. So the account improved. So they will show you that, meaning that means you paid that bill and these people refused, because that particular thing I'm showing you, that was for someone else. I signed a car loan, which never do that. You should never, ever, never, I repeat, never sign anything for anyone. You will regret it. Absolutely, you will regret. I haven't seen not even one good ending about stuff like that. But anyway, so that person ended up paying the bills, but the person was late to payment. It was a car loan. The person's paid the car for 4 years, and they were late for 2 payments. Out of the 2 payments, so I got that delinquency charges, and the account was already closed, and then the credit company says the account is paying full, but I got the 2 delinquency. So the 2 delinquency hurting my score. So I was able to fight them. So I put a big fight, and I wrote the company myself. This is where I wrote the company. I wrote the same company, as you can see. That's the same one. You see this company right here, GM. And then, and again, that's the company right here also, GM. You see, it's the same thing. I wrote the company and I says this account was paid off over a year ago and is paying full. I have never late, and I go because it was for that person's, but I say I have never late. I know the person was late the 2 payments, but I put out the fight since it's already paid for anyway, so they have nothing to lose. So I says, well, I might as well take my chance. So they send me a letter, says the account is paid for, no problem. They never mentioned was it or not it was late 2 times or 3 times or whatever the case may be. So I take the same letter, send it back to the credit bureau. See what I mean? Like it takes about 3 months or 4 months. You have to be persistent for the 4 months. So I send it back to the credit bureau and I says, look, this is a letter I received from the credit bureau who said this account is paid for. I don't have, there's no late payment on this account. What is it doing? Then I got this back on my credit score where it says improved. So that particular account improved. So that was the only things that I have left. So basically, when to start it, when I was young, my credit was messed up real bad. So I messed it up myself. So I basically fuck it up. So now that I learned that how to better my score, so I end up with a very, very, very high score. So 800, I don't think is bad. It's pretty good. So, but anyway, so this, like I said to you guys, this video is gonna be a segment video. So I will show you guys how to better yourself in each and every time. Thank you so much for watching. And then if anything you wanted to questions on this video, if you have any questions, post it on the descriptions bar below, so it could be a formal questions discussion, so where everyone can be able to post their questions. I can answer to it, so whatever that you do, it can help another. So let's help each other. So I will talk about in my next video, I will talk to you about hospital bill, how you can get that taken care of. So guys, this is everything that I'm saying to you. The video, I don't want to make this video so long, but when it comes to credit bureau or credit itself, those are very long process to explain that, to make sure someone understand. So therefore I don't want it to make this video long, but I will see you in my next video. All right guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to share and subscribe and like this video. Thank you. Bye.